Well, hello, my brothers and sisters from Cameroon. This is me again, Brian Bunwuchie, and I hope you are well and your family too are well. Today, I'm presenting a video that talks about profiles, supplier profiles. Now, what are these? Now, when you create your account on CTBN as a supplier, you have the possibility of managing your textbooks, that's adding, updating the information of textbooks that you have and you want to provide to parents and guardians or students. You have the ability of managing reservations too. If you activate the future, we'll talk about it in future videos. So there is something else you can do. You can create what we call supplier profiles or profiles for your account. Now, what are these? These are user accounts that you create to help you manage certain aspects of your account. For example, we know that you have as a supplier to manage textbooks, that is add textbook information, update textbook information, maybe at the end of every business day. Now, if for some reason you are not available or you are too busy handling other aspects of your business, you can delegate that work or that task of textbooks management to somebody else you trust. And you do that by creating a profile account for that person. So once you have created a profile account for that person, the person now can log in to CTBN, using their supplier profile account. And once they do, they can manage your textbooks if you have given them the task textbooks, because there are two major tasks, as I said, the textbooks task and the reservations task. Now, the reservations task, we are not going to talk about it now. What we are talking about today is a textbooks task. So I'm going to switch to CTBN. And remember, to have or see the CTBN web application, you need to open your default browser and navigate to ctbn.org. Once you are here, you should go to sign into your account, to connect into your account, right? Now, this is for large screen. On smaller screens, this is what you will see. Okay, you have the menu icon, and then you hover, you come to sign in to create your account. Now, remember, you can create an account only as a supplier or as a customer. But now, once you have created your account as a supplier, you have the ability to create what we call supplier profile, a profile account to help you manage your account. Now, we are going to, I'm going to switch back to last screen, and then I'm going to connect to the supplier account we have been using since the beginning of the videos or tutorial. Remember to always use the I, that's why it's there, for you to see that you have entered your stuff correctly. So now I'm going to get my login code. I'm going to paste it, and then I will be connected. So this is your dashboard. And so you can quickly go to textbooks, and you go to English section, and you have, these are the textbooks we added manually, this one, and using CSV files, all these upper six textbooks. So this is normally where you will manage, and you will, you know, filter, because this is a filter, right? You can filter based on certain things. For example, if I want to filter on subject and I want to say like mathematics, I can hit search, and it's going to show me all the textbooks whose subjects are mathematics. Okay, you can clear this and search to bring you back all your textbooks initial, right? It's always paginated 50 per page. Okay, 25 or 50, it depends. So now this is what you can do as a supplier. So you will add, you will update if you are occupied or there are things that you have to do and you cannot be updating. You can delegate this to somebody else by coming to my account, profiles. Okay, you come under the profiles tab. Okay, it is empty, there's no profile yet. So you can now create a profile using the new profile link. Okay, now when you click on this, a form is going to be presented to you, where you have to enter the first name of the profile, you have to enter the last name of the profile, right? Their email address, email they use, because the email is important, because as I said, for them to securely connect to the account, a login code will be sent to their account after they input their email and their password correctly. Now the telephone number, obviously, and now the task. What are they going to be performing in your account? Are they going to be performing textbook management or reservations management? So in this case, it's going to be textbooks, obviously. But once if you accept reservations and customers can make reservation or place reservations, then you can create accounts to manage your reservations too. Okay. And then now, obviously, you have to place a password. The same password applies. It has to be strong password, 12 characters minimum, with all the other directives. And then now you can, of course, activate or deactivate the profile. So if, for example, you created a profile and the profile is no longer working with you for some reason, uh, what you can do instead of delete, because you cannot delete the profile, okay, you cannot delete them. Maybe in future versions we will enable you to delete them, but as of now you can just create a profile, okay, and then you activate or deactivate them. Okay, if they are active, then they can connect to your account and perform the task. If for some reason they become unavailable and you don't want them to be able to log in again, you can always come to the form here, update their information, of course, and then you deactivate them. Once you deactivate them, it's okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video now and quickly fill this with some data. So I have filled in some information. First name Jinx, the last name Powder, email jinxpowder, jinx.powder@gmail.com, a random phone number, and the task textbooks. And then I've inserted the password, the usual password, of course, for testing. And then I have made sure the profile is active. So I will create the profile. And now they tell me the profile is created. Okay, supplier profile account created successfully, and you can see it here with all the information. Now you have n/a not assigned on the last login, because each time they log into their account, you will know that they have logged into their account. Okay, and you can see what they do. Okay, so this is it. You can always edit, as I said, but for you to edit, you will have to enter their password again. This is a security measure, obviously, because you might be using your machine, okay, but at some point, or your mobile phone at some point, you have to, an urgency appears or comes into place, and you have to quickly leave, but you leave your account open, okay, and somebody that has access to your phone will be able to start tweaking around things. So this prevents them from actually modifying certain things. Okay, so here you can update the information, so you can deactivate the profile if that was your intention, so that they don't have access to the account again. So now this is an email at a profile, sorry, that we have created. So now we can try to go and log in. So the task is textbooks, which means that they'll be able to manage your textbooks from all your sections. Okay, they'll be able to do everything that we did in the adding and updating textbook information. So I'm going to log out and I'm going to come on sign in again, and now I'm going to choose supplier profile. Okay, and then now again I have to enter the email. The email is jinx.powder@gmail.com, and then the password, again always check, and then continue. Now they will ask me for a login code again, so I'm going to quickly take the login code, paste it, and voila. So this is the dashboard of a supplier profile. It resembles the dashboard of a supplier and that of a customer, but what they can do is very limited. For example, at the level of my account, they can only see information because they don't need to subscribe, right? Once their supplier is subscribed, they are subscribed too. So they can see the information of their supplier, the person that created their account, and they have their own information down here and active. They cannot modify their account. Obviously, it is only the supplier that can modify it. And then under textbooks now, they have the same textbook section as that of their supplier. So under English, you see the same textbooks that we added with the supplier account are found here. And you can, as the profile, modify it because you have the textbook task. So for example, let us modify this. We'll change, say, the price to 5,000 and change this quantity to, say, 2. So we'll change this to 2 and this to 5,000, and then we can update. So once you do that, you have updated successfully. So which means that now the supplier can focus on doing something else while you, who is the profile, can manage the textbook. So if, as people are entering and buying textbooks, at some point, if there is no traffic in the business area, then you can, and you have time, you can simply log into your account and update the textbooks that have already changed, okay, so that customers always see valid information. But you can also do that at the end of every business day, still works fine. So uh, that's it. That's really it. Everything you did with or we did with the supplier, you can do it here with a profile. Just the same things. Everything is the same, okay? So that is to help suppliers manage their textbooks. So that's it for the video. Thank you very much for being there, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you will share it. See you in the next video that will be talking about sandbox. Peace. Take care.